Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time we're getting back into the old anime business. Last anime I think I did was Overlord, and as sad as it is to say, I don't really have a particular interest in continuing that. I basically did the first season as like a special favour to someone, and it was fun, but I think it's more one of those shows that if I did get back to it, I'd probably like to watch it on its own, if I'm being totally honest. So for the anime slot, which is Friday and or Saturday, because I'm going to be doing it loosely now, so I'm not binding myself to a single day, the schedule is now going to be Once Upon a Time Monday or Tuesday, Young Justice Wednesday or Thursday, and Anime Friday or Saturday, so that gives me leeway. Which is how it's been working. This week I was meant to be doing a Monday, Wednesday, Friday system, but I've been uploading on the Tuesday and the Thursday, and this is going to end up being a Saturday upload. So I guess I can use the free day in between as basically an allowance period, so I can still keep on schedule. So upon successfully doing this, I will write a new channel banner. That's it, not channel banner, and put it at the top of the channel to show Mondays, Tuesdays this thing, Wednesdays, Thursdays this thing, Fridays, Saturdays this thing. So we're going to establish scheduled content. Anyway, if this is your first time here, hello, I'm Luffy. Hello, my fellow weebs. I usually react to Western stuff, both animated and live action, but I have been a weeb since like early 2000s. I may not look it, but I'm almost 30 years old. I'm like 28 or something. Yeah, I've been around the block a little bit, but because I've had my Western phase over the past 5 to 10 years, I've sort of fell off of a lot of anime, but I've come back on board with watching the adaptation of Kaguya-sama, Love is War, things like that. Demon Slayer has caught my eye. I was planning to get to it for the longest time until very recently one of my very close Discord friends asked me to give this a watch, so I decided to bump this to the front of the queue as a special request to her to you know, basically dip my toe in again with the anime reactions. So yeah, Demon Slayer, I honestly don't know much. I know that the manga ended recently, or is ending, so hey, respect. I heard people saying that they liked that it didn't drag on for the sake of it. There was a story to be told and it was told. Like, even though it was popular, that didn't make the authors drag it on for another decade. I actually really respect that, I agree. So hopefully it's a good story. I mean, it's got to be popular for a reason, I assume. One of the more popular shonen series in recent years. People say it had a bigger boom than My Hero Academia, and that's some feat, because that suddenly became a phenomenon in the West, didn't it? So yeah, this series has always intrigued me a little bit, because I'm like, how did demons factor into this, and how does the slaying enter into this? Is the title not literal? Is it more of an emotional thing? I know that there's this girl that has bamboo in her mouth, and for the longest time I thought that was a gag, but I've been told that that's not technically what that is. It's not fetish fuel. So I'm obviously going to be learning the context behind that girl, who seems to have taken the internet by storm. She's very popular, especially on the Chan boards and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know the plot of this at all. The only thing I really know about this show is that it's apparently got gorgeous animation. I've seen some GIFs, and I would have to agree. So yeah, I'm excited. I know next to nothing. This is going to be genuinely blind. I'm watching the sub version because I've done my research, and I realised that there's been a lot of complaints from the fans about how the dub changes certain things, or certain jokes didn't translate well for a certain character or something, or like little nitpicks people were having about it, and people said that the voice acting leaves something to be desired. So fair enough. I know that's how it is with a lot of dubs, but I am not a basher of dubs. I really love the My Hero dub, for example. and of course Death Note. Like, there's so many anime that actually have great dubs, but apparently, according to the research, there's a big consensus that the sub is better for this, so I'm sticking with the sub. Even if I'm going to get the inevitable seesaw in the comments of I watch sub, people scream for the dub, I watch dub, people scream for the sub. I've seen it happen to many channels. But so just so you know, I am holding steadfast to the sub. I've downloaded all of the episodes from this one subgroup, so I'm set. This is what I'm going to be watching. Anyway, I think I've stalled long enough. It's weeb time. It's Demon Slayer time. Let's go. Wow, okay. As far as a first episode could go for really getting me involved in the premise of the series and what I'm watching, job done. Mission accomplished. I really like what I'm seeing. As was promised, the animation and direction is top quality. There was a lot of cool camera trickery going on. Like, very fine and well falling snow. I don't know how best to describe that. The snow effects were brilliant. I loved the little smoke screens of snow that they kept kicking up. That was clever use of the environment. I really loved Tanjiro being a smarter fighter than he looks, with throwing the rocks as a distraction for throwing the axe. Like, that was a pretty good play. I really like that. It's always nice when your main character has those kind of wits about him, and he's not just, I'm just gonna charge in with the power of friendship and hope for the best. Lucky punch. Like, I'm glad that there's some strategy in that fight, and it almost worked, but he's just too highly trained to get hit, of course. Like, whoo, that was close. Nezuko's situation is very on the brink, as in this could go one of two ways. Either she gets completely cured, or, well, there's three options. Or she stays the way she is and they just find a way to keep living like this, or she's gonna die or fully transform and be lost to him, and that is going to be a tragic ending and really sucks. I hope they don't do that. I want the catharsis of a happy ending for Nezuko. I'm already quite endeared to her. She's just a cute little thing who didn't ask for any of this, and she's like got this thing attacking her mind and her impulses, and yeah, imagine that, you know, the real her is in there, like, not in control when she's in berserk mode and screaming to get out. Like, that's the sort of confliction of the sort is a horrible concept in terms of, gee, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. So I like that her love for her brother is so strong that it comes through eventually, and she did try and protect him. I thought that's really sweet. And so I guess it does function as sort of a gag, this bamboo that she's put in, but I've been told that it wasn't strictly that. So, and it's probably, obviously it's breathable because it's hollow. That's a cool thing. So yeah, so she's mostly docile, but she's basically muzzled just in case. I don't want her biting strangers or biting me in the neck while I'm trying to sleep. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, nothing left for him to do really. If all of his family's been slaughtered, than to set off on his journey right now, because she's not going to get any better unless he actually goes to look for the cure. Yeah, so I guess over time he might become a demon hunter, aka demon slayer. He might have to kill certain demons to get the information or requirements that he needs. So this is probably going to be a villain of the week type sort of thing. Even if it was like that for like the first 50 chapters or something, I'm sure we're going to be heading for a demon of the week kind of approach, where he's got to defeat a new demon that shows up. It's like, oh, look at me, I can do this. And then he's like, but what if I did this? And there'll be some instances where Nezuko's like, I'm going to go berserk mode and save the day. Ha! Like, and we're going to get variations of that for a little while. That's just me spitballing blind, but I sort of have a sort of feeling for how this is going, but I'm willing to be wrong. But that's not a complaint. I actually would love to see that, because as I said, the animation's delivered so far. They've shown that they're not afraid to get bloody, which is a plus. I know the One Piece anime has suffered in recent arcs, and there are several anime that if they air at the wrong time of day, there can be lots of violence in it, but you'll only see characters falling down. You won't see a lot of blood. This was a very bloody scene. Everybody piled on top of one another, very vivid dead expressions, soaked in blood. They didn't hold anything back with this. Nezuko got stabbed up here, like, and bled all over herself. It was a bit like, okay, so they are pretty okay with the violence. That's good as well. It helps sell the action and the danger of the fights. So yeah, some very tense moments, even though it's only the first episode. I really enjoyed that prolonged struggle on the floor, because you start getting this sinking feeling of, okay, so how does he get out of this? She's getting bigger, she's getting stronger, it doesn't seem like he's getting through to her, but then just as his would-be tough-as-nailed rescuer is coming in, she does somewhat wake up. So that is all really cool stuff to me. I do like how Gyu, I think I said I'd shorten his name to Gyu, is obviously more than he seems. I like that we got several instances of him giving us his inner thoughts, that showed he wasn't just a one-note, I'm the stoic, all demons must die character that a lot of people like to write into their stories. Like, he understood the situation after a while and decided to let them go, and that makes him infinitely more interesting than if he'd have stayed one note. So already I can tell that this series treats his characters well. I guess that's another part of the reason it's got such a huge following. You know, I know there's factions for this is my favourite character, this is my favourite character kind of thing. So that says good things about the cast of an anime. So I'm looking forward to meeting everybody as we go along. But like I said, as first episodes go, full marks. I'm definitely looking forward to the next episode, and I shall see you guys next time.